Very pleased to be able to play host to the Creative Industries Knowledge Transfer Network and the Technology Strategy Board coming together, because I think Cambridge has a lot of creativity and a lot of technical skills. We haven't married the two and reached out to the creative industries itself. So for me, partially, it's a one-day tutorial given by experts in the field, which I shall convert into an academic paper at some point and publish in my own name, which would be best practice. No, I won't do that. But Center for Entrepreneurial Learning was formed formally in 2003, but it started, I was going to, that's my 10:30 alarm today, funny enough. We were something called the Higher Education Innovation Fund that sponsors entrepreneurship and enterprise across universities, and we benefited from some of that. Subsequently, we've grown it so that HIFE is about 30% of our income, so we're trying to be ourselves quite entrepreneurial. And through that, we have been developing here teaching or learning in the area of entrepreneurship, which we describe as education for entrepreneurship, distinct from education about entrepreneurship. Most business schools would be about entrepreneurship through case studies and theories and so forth. Ours is much more a hands-on approach to getting people to learn about this thing. So we have the portfolio that starts off by saying, so what is entrepreneurship? As a lecture series on Enterprise Tuesdays, which is about enterprise, it's on Tuesdays, during 2 terms. It's a whole series of talks that we give out. We started in a room with about 25, 30 people when Peter Hiscox first ever invited me. That now is, I think, sign of the times that we get anywhere between 200 to 300 people coming along to that, from right across the university, mostly masters and PhD students, because we think they're closer to unemployment than the undergrads, so that's what we target. But also they have technologies and they have research and they have knowledge, which we think if we can get them to think about commercializing would make much more impact. So that's the first step. The second one, we have a course called Enterprises, which is a residential course we developed at MIT. And that sits in that space that says, so is this for me, this entrepreneurship thing? I'm doing this very clever PhD or studies in something now. I need the confidence and the belief that this is where I can go with my ideas. So we bring together about 70, 80 of them together. And we spend 4 days with them on various creative activities, some silly, some very serious, but they basically learn in a very compressed way over 4 days the journey from the who am I, is this, what I want to do, to creativity, idea generation, validation, all the way through to elevator pitches. And 2 of our alumni are right here in the audience, very pleased to see them here. We then have another thing called Emerging Technology Entrepreneurship, E-Tech, which says, so when's an idea a business? I suspect we'll spend a whole day on that topic today, actually. And so for that, we take technologies that are emerging out of laboratories and we get students to do feasibility studies on them. So mixture of creativity, where can this go, what markets, is it a platform, et cetera, through to, so who the hell's going to buy this and how many are there, what price will they pay? So hard nitty-gritty stuff that marketing folks should be getting familiar with. And then we have something called Management of Technology and Innovation. This is a whole new sort of business studies for master students that sits across evening lectures through the whole year. And that's a new thing for us that we've taken over from other colleagues. And finally, our flagship for the future is a postgraduate diploma in entrepreneurship, which is a 1-year part-time study. And it's 3 residential weeks in Cambridge. The rest of it is online. And I'm also hoping, therefore, to learn some tricks from the riff stream today of things that we can incorporate into making that even bigger and shinier and more viable. I never thought we could be doing entrepreneurship education other than in face-to-face contact, because it is a contact sport. But it looks like we're able to get across a lot of content online, but I would like to make that exciting as well. So those are kind of our flagship things, and then we do things like hosting today's event and various other ways of interacting and getting our students engaging with people from business. So that's us, and I'm hoping you're having a very good day at the Judge. Very briefly, this used to be a hospital. For those that are not Cambridge-based, it was set up by a man called Adam Brooks, and hence Adam Brooks Hospital. And then eventual design for this building apparently was inspired by Florence Nightingale when she came back from the Crimea. And hence it's a narrow building, so lots of fresh air and light can get through from all sides, east and west. This is a north-south structure. So there we are, and it's the architect who put this building together supposedly have been inspired by an a Russian emigre to Austria called Hundertwasser, i.e. 100 colors. And